Welcome to Yugo International Network,
where Jesus Christ is the source of all our spiritual, mental, and physical needs.
Thank you for joining us. Hi everyone, welcome to You Go In, the Source Connection. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling good or bad? What kind of words surround you on a daily basis? Today my topic is about how words have power. It can affect you in a positive or in a negative way. And it's also based on the words and also your actions, the outcome of the situation. I'd like to refer to Colossians 4:6, where it states, "Always let your words be seasoned with salt and grace." And this is good biblical advice. And sometime we must all continue to strive to do this. I know that I'm still working on it. I'd like to share two experiences on that particular topic. The first one, I was attending a graduation event and was having a conversation with a new acquaintance. And that individual said, "Well, I guess you must notice by now that that person is anal." And I responded, "Well, I'd say that person is very meticulous." The individual then laughed and they were gracious that I was able to turn a negative comment into a positive one, and that moment turned out well. On the other hand, have you ever experienced saying something with a positive intention? However, when the hearer received it, it was received in a negative way? Well, that is what happened on the second situation. And guess what? Yes, I was called out on it. And this really got my attention because I felt very disappointed with myself, because I'm reminded at Proverbs 18:21, where it states, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." I had to pray and meditate over this because I needed to know, how did that happen? So to get some answers, I began to replay the scenario in my mind, and then I realized that a valuable lesson, such as words do have power, but it also depends on the setting, your environment, such as the type of building you're in, the occasion you're attending, and are you speaking to one-on-one person, or are there other people in close listening proximity? And what about the timing that you say something? Consider your frame of mind that you are in that moment. Are you in a playful mood? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling serious, confused, tired? Examine those moods. So as I recalled, I was feeling cheerful. And though my joyful energy would be transferred as a positive in my comment, something happened, something went wrong somewhere. Because a day after that happened, I received a phone call from the individual that I attempted to compliment, and I was told I made them feel disrespected. I immediately felt confused and perplexed. Then I took a deep breath and decided to listen very carefully as they expressed themselves to me about that incident. It was brought to my attention that I laughed after I said it. My response, I thanked the person for reaching out to me to express how that made them feel because I value our friendship, and that was the right and loving thing for the person to do and handle it in such a manner. You see, the important point is not about who's right or who's wrong, but rather it's about living in the solution, which is to maintain trust in a healthy relationship. I am glad they told me because if they hadn't, I wouldn't have known that we had a conflict. So I apologized and asked if they would accept my apology. Then I was able to explain my true intentions as I meant it to come across as a compliment, but apparently I used a word that was not received in the same manner as I intended. Towards the end of the conversation, we were both able to describe the elements around us at that particular time, and then we were able to enjoy good fellowship together. We prayed and thanked Jesus for our relationship and as our friendship. You know, unfortunately, too often the adversary is allowed to creep into our relationships just because we did not apply God's instructions for settling conflicts or misunderstanding immediately. Let's refer to Matthew 18:15, where it says dealing with a sinful brother or any kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding. Verse 15 reads, "Moreover, if your brother sins against you, go and tell his fault between you and him alone. If he hears you, you have gained your brother." I just want to remind you to always be attentive to people's feelings before you speak. Be aware of your mood, take your time, and do not be hasty to speak, because it doesn't take long for the enemy to rob us of our peace when fellowshipping with our brotherhood. So the lesson I've learned is whenever you feel that someone did you an injustice, tactfully let them know, the sooner the better, without delay. And if they are a true friend or a lover of God's word, they will listen and desire to make amends with you. Also, be in tune with your feelings, the environment, your body language, and observe the perception of the other person's mood as well. When we apply these scriptures, we can avoid opportunities that could make us put our own foot in our mouths. Number one, think before you speak. Refers to Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the godly thinks carefully before speaking. 2, decide to choose your words carefully. Proverbs 21:23. Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keep his soul from troubles. And the third thing I've learned, sometimes it's better if you don't say anything. Proverbs 10:19. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. You know, effective communication is valuable, so let's not get careless using it. Practice God's holy word in everything we say, think, and do. I hope this has benefited someone today. Thank you for joining us. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. God bless you, and have a great day.
Until we meet again,
Stay connected to the source.
Welcome to the Source Connection, where Jesus Christ is the source of all your spiritual and physical and mental needs. Well, today I want to present to you a book. Yes, my book. Yes, I'm an author. And yes, my amazing wife is the co-author of Victorious Change. Yes, my wife Valerie helped me to write this book. My story became our story. 35 years of drug addiction, sleeping on the streets, sleeping behind dumpsters, and today we are happily married. It's been 8 years, and this book of Victorious Change talks about the victories in our life, talks about how we surrendered to God. And today, the blessings of the Lord has chased us down and overtaken us. I tell you, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep telling you, you have to have this book, Victorious Change. It will change your life.